Welcome to SFN, your preeminent source for space and defense news and all things tangentially related. We're your hosts, loyal to the foil here at Houston, Mission Control. And we've got Alara of Sirius in low Earth orbit. And we're here live every Sunday night.
What's going on, Space Fam? So great to be here. Space Force News, episode number 67. I am, of course, Alara of Sirius that is no longer in low Earth orbit. I'm not quite sure. I'm in a back room. I think they put me in a back room somewhere. Here with my lovely, amazing co-host, Loyal to the Foil. What's up, Loyal to the Foil?
What up? Hello, peeps.
Yeah, that intro was dope, wasn't it?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. And I think you're in a basement office.
A basement office? I got a flag,
I'm pretty
though.
sure.
Right? They wouldn't even put my TV on the wall, you know what I mean? They just said, just leave her here.
That's a lot of work, man.
Yeah. I tried to hitch a ride on the last rocket launch, but they wouldn't let me go back into low Earth orbit. Hey, I want to live on Orbital Reef. Speaking of, we'll be talking about Orbital Reef, the space station. That sounds cool, man. I want to live on orbit. I want the first address on Orbital Reef. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm stoked about the idea of people being able to live in orbit. We'll see how that pans out.
I'm down with it. I'm completely down with it because it's getting crazy on planet Earth, right, guys? What's going on to you out there? Hey, Joseph Yanni, Suitor Bug, Morning Flower. Good to see you, Morning Flower. Thank you for sharing the links. I really appreciate you. Suitor Bug, Alien Girl, what's going on? We love some alien people over around here. Up 3, what's up, Leyland? Truth Quest with Marin Moriarty. Hi, Aaron. How so much fun hanging out on your show the other night. Hello, Suki. It's good to see you, Suki. What is this secret weapon, but not spelled? Yeah, I struggle with that type of stuff. But yeah, I see you out there, secret weapon. What's going on, Tom Ford, Roxy Boxy, Jay Brewskis, Wonder Mod? How are you doing, Wonder Mod? I haven't seen you in a while. Stacks, what's going on? Nova X, Mr. No Clip, Christina Fincher, Christina Love.
Yeah,
lots of fabulous Christinas.
All the cool people are here.
That's right. All the cool people are here. Yeah, buddy. So it's been quite a week, man. Elon, who was lighting up Twitter right before we were about to go live?
Oh, Poso? Yeah, they had kicked him off for calling the Disney folks groomers. And he was off for like 18 hours. They must have let him back on like 10 minutes ago. And he was right back at it, doubling down. That's what I like to see.
They won't let me back on Twitter. I want to make a secret one, though. Here I am talking about my secret account that I want to make on Twitter. I miss it, though. I miss Twitter. You know, that was my jam. It's all kind of been downhill from there. That's right. So, let's see. What are we going to be going into
Aaron.
today? What are we going to be going today? Hey, Joan of Sark. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the cookies, Suki. Always appreciate your love and support.
Yeah, Nancy Lucky, Jay Brewskis for the cans, Suki with the cans, and all the other cookies. Thank you. Love.
Thank you, Foil. I appreciate that. What are we doing first? Are we doing Tree Wade? Because look, Tree Wade sent us some amazing gifts. I have to say, and an amazing letter. We were floored. So appreciative of her gifts. So we might as well do that real quick before we go into what we're talking about tonight.
Yes, they're all handmade.
Oh, they're so precious,
look.
Guys.
Oh,
hold on, let me see if I can get it to...
My green screen is messing with it. Right, look, they're little handmade greeting cards.
Oh,
and they're so
amazing,
cute.
guys. They are so amazing. Wait, my camera wants to autofocus. Yeah,
right.
They're so... We just love these. And our little card says, to someone who makes others happy. Like, and just her penmanship, her writing, everything. Like,
yes.
My gift to all for all you do. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say, I see you in the chat, Tree, and just so you know, I'm never sending these to anybody. I'm going to keep them all for myself forever.
Oh yeah, these are amazing. Like, I really can't say enough. So I'll just read what's on this card. She sent us a card and a letter. Wow, this is amazing. Hello, Alara and Loyal. My gift to you for all you do, as well as all the joy, laughter, knowledge, and thought-provoking conversations you have given me. Enjoy these handcrafted greeting cards that I created for you. May they bring love and light to you and others. All my best, Tree Wade. So Tree Wade, you guys say a big thank you to Tree Wade and tell her how awesome her stuff is, because it is so awesome. Yeah, they've got
little puffins on
them. Yeah.
Thanks, Texas Patriot, and thanks, Christina, for the super chats, guys. Yeah, these are awesome.
Are yours the same as mine?
I don't know. No, mine are
Look,
cooler
look
than
at the
yours
little
just by virtue of them being
Of
mine.
their being
I'm
yours.
convinced. See, look at
Mine-
him.
How come I feel
Aww.
like you can't see mine? My light. They're so
Puffin, yeah.
adorable.
They are.
Yeah,
super
we
cute.
love these. And this one
Super
says you're
cute.
the best, and the puffin's got a little hat. Look at the
Yeah,
little puffin
she even
hat.
put them in a nice little designer boxes. They were so cute.
Ah,
Super
they're
excited.
so adorable. I love them.
Right?
I do. I love them. They made me light up. You know? I love them.
Yes. They
So, yes.
warmed me down in the cockles of my heart. I want you to
In
know
the cockles
that,
of your heart, huh?
in the cockles.
Where's the cockles
yes.
of your heart? Could you show
Deep
us? Could
down.
you give us a diagram where the cockles
deep-
of your heart are?
Deep down.
There's little.
Or where the
little
cockles
puffins. Yeah, guys. So you get the idea. Treeway does amazing greeting cards. If you need a set of super dope greeting cards, I don't know if she does them for other people or you can pay her to make some or whatnot.
We don't know. But
We don't know. We would like to
Right.
know, and if you are offering your services, we'd like to know where people can reach you. If they would like you to make a custom set of greeting cards for them, because these are just so amazing. They are so amazing. I can't say enough. They're so cool. And then for those that missed it, I don't even think we did this last time on Space Force News, but Yuvonda.
I do it every week. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm always
Yuvonda
my-
sent me a
my
pyramid
Yuvonda
and a whole
wands.
package of different awesome stuff that she made. And this one, you guys can't see it, but there's a space mouse in the very top of the pyramid. There's an actual space mouse. So yeah, she did an awesome job on this stuff. And I've got, man, there's like 10 pieces, you guys. It's crazy. But there's
Yes,
Tower
Joseph
Busters.
Johnny. The cockles are down near the loins of appreciation. Somewhere down there. I'm sure of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, look at
Yuvonda's
those
stuff
cards.
is awesome. Hey, Mom, good to see ya. How's your Sunday going? It's good to see you here. It always warms my heart
Hey,
when I get
Mom.
to see my mom. Yeah. So, yeah, Treeway, amazing. Thank you so much. So much. Such an
Yes,
amazing
much
gift.
love to you.
Thank you
you,
so
Phil
much.
Christophers, for the super chat. Hi, ladies. The cosmos mirrors you. It better.
Yeah.
Whole mirror, right? Like, whoa.
Yeah, so Yuvonda's link is in the description below on YouTube. If you'd like to reach out to Yuvonda and get any of her Organite stuff, you can find her stuff in the description on YouTube. And we will find out if Treeway does offer her services with the greeting cards. And if she does, we will make sure and have that posted for you guys as well so you can reach her. But I know you can find her on the Foxhole and on pill.net. You can find her over there. So that would be a good place to look
She
for her.
probably
if you're over there.
doesn't. She's probably like, oh no.
Oh no, what are they doing? They're putting me on blast. Sorry, we're asking permission
Now I'm
so you
gonna
can
have to
correct
make
us.
hundreds of cards, right? Oh, she says she's happy to grace others. So
All right, awesome. Well, we will have
magic.
to get the reach out information. Make sure we have the correct reach out information before we put it out there. All right, guys. So as far as the show today, Space Force Training Headquarters, we got some updates on that. Cybersecurity threats proliferate. We still got this whole overarching theme about space being a warfighting domain now.
It is.
I'm wondering what what kicked that off. That's been going on for a while. Russia's counter space capabilities. Starship expansion has been withheld. Somebody decided to put Elon in check for a hot minute. Why is it so warm in here? I think I'm going to need the fan on. Why is it so warm? Is it because I'm drinking hot coffee? Is that it's
Probably.
Yeah. So we'll be talking about Bezos and Orbital Reef. Elon Musk's Twitter purchase. Finland is closer to joining NATO. China votes with Russia. AUKUS to develop hypersonic missiles. We're going to be talking about dark empaths. Yes, I guess there is such a thing as a dark empath. I didn't know this, though empaths tend to be kind of dark people. So I guess that makes sense. But not in this context. This is a little bit different. We'll be going into that. Cosmic ray scan of the Great Pyramid. Yes, this is happening. We have a magnetic turd. You know, we have to always have something in there that's, you know, makes you go, right? Magnetic turd, we got diabetes, ultrasound treatment, NASA and warp drive tech. I got a frog in my throat. I need a fan.
Tree Wade says at tree-wade at protonmail.com if you are interested in some handmade greeting cards.
All right.
I got
So
you.
what is it? Tree-Wade, all lowercase, at protonmail.com. That is where you can reach her. Okay, what else do we have? FBI foils Russian cyber attack. We've got AI and the human mind. Pentagon releases 1,500 pages of UFO docs through a Freedom of Information. Come on, Alara, say it right. You can do it. I believe in you. Freedom of Information Act. Yeah, that was released to the sun. Anyhow, speaking of that, so we'll be talking about some of that. The U.S. warship that was chased by the balls of light. We'll be going into all that stuff. And tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, me and Foil and Severanon will be going into a live dig on some of those UFO docs, specifically field effects on human biological tissue. We'll be going into those documents, maybe some more. That's going to be fun. We haven't done a live dig since we did nano and graphene. It's been a while. I love doing it. That's actually my favorite type of show to do, and we never do that. So I don't know how this came about tomorrow night, but definitely come and join us, guys. If you're into that kind of stuff, let's go through those FOIA documents and see if we can learn something. And on that note, let's watch this guy.
In the wonderful world of crackheads this morning. Oh, okay, you're going to try to pick the whole fridge up. You don't want no help? You don't want somebody to get on the other side? You just going...
Nope.
Okay. Crackhead strength is... Where is you at when I need help moving? Always find you a crackhead to help you move. Because they cheap and they do stuff like this.
They do?
He going to get on the... He getting on the bike? With the whole fridge on him? Crackhead strength is real. He riding the bike with the fridge. You know how hard it is to pump the homie on the handlebars? But not for him. He carried the whole and it's full of food. Crackhead strength is real.
Hey, I tripped out though. I did not think he was going to get on the bike with the fridge.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
I've seen a dude one time get a washing machine with some straps on it, strap it to his back, and then ride off. So not quite the refrigerator full of food, but impressive nonetheless. They got some skills, man.
I thought that was pretty impressive. Yeah. So it's just rando. We thought we'd share that with you. Thanks, Suki. Right? I love her little kangaroo gif. It's a sticker. Alara. That's fine. This is fine. Yeah. What was I talking about? I lost track again.
Crackheads?
Coffee. I shouldn't over caffeinate. Yes, we were talking about crackheads. Because this is Space Force news, why not? Why not talk about crackheads?
Yeah, I thought it was important that we cover that.
Yeah, very important. What's up, Matt? 1776. Good to see you. Wow, Larla, clearly. Alarla. Did you hear that? I have a new name.
Damn.
Alarla.
Already. Right?
Alarla. All right, Alarla. Pull it together. Pull it together.
Yes, Suitor. That was an old school heavy fridge.
Woo!
Space Force.
What up, Matt 1776? Good to see you.
Alright, hit it, Alarla. Here we go. Military considers 3 stages for permanent Space Force training headquarters. I hope my audio is better, guys. I adjusted the gain and did a few things, and I hope hope you can't hear my computer breathing, but you can hear me a little bit better. So please give me input on the...
Well, that came through loud and clear. Thank you, Suki, for the cookie. 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night will be the UFO dig with Severe.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. 6 current and future Space Force bases are in the running to be the home of its new Space Training and Readiness Command and subordinate units, the Department of Air Force said on Monday. Oh, buddy, I can tell I'm going to have to blow my nose at some point, and that's going to be,
Lord almighty.
It's going to be hard to do discreetly while sitting in this chair. You know what I mean? And it could get out of hand. We don't know what's going to happen once I start blowing in the nose. Clearly, I can't talk already, so... Maybe I should turn the fan off. Maybe it's tickling my throat. We don't want that. All right. Buckley, Peterson, Schriever, Space Force Base in Colorado, Los Angeles Air Force Base, and Vandenberg Space Force Base in California, Patrick Space Force Base in Florida are candidates to host STARCOM headquarters. Los Angeles Air Force Base, a major space acquisition installation, will be redesignated as Space Force Base in the future. STARCOM is one of 3 Space Force field commands and handles professional development, education, and training for its guardians, as well as coming up with space warfighting doctrine, tactics, techniques, and procedures. It also handles operational test and evaluation of space assets developed and purchased by Space Systems Command, another field organization.
Sup, bruh? What up, Capable? What up? Whoa,
I'm just getting over the Rona, guys. So I have that,
it's
all the
space
lingering
AIDS.
effects.
Keep it real.
Right.
You had the
Who
space
said I
AIDS.
had space AIDS last week?
I forget who said that. It was
Somebody
funny
said I had
as shit,
space
though.
AIDS, but whatever
I
you
want
guys
to
want to call it.
congratulate you, Alara. I think you did a fantastic job on not highlighting the entire article today. That's phenomenal.
Well,
Getting right to the point.
A couple weeks ago, we had that event where I couldn't highlight, and it actually went really well. I think maybe I feel pressured when it's highlighted, And maybe if I don't, I'm trying to do a mind thing on myself. Maybe if I don't highlight it, I don't know. We're just going to see how this goes. We're going to see how it goes.
Okay.
And we may or may not bring the highlighter back. We don't know. You know what I mean? It's different every week. What's going on, Alexis? Good to see you out there. Hey, bruh. I see ya. Yeah, man. They said they can hear me better. Look, and I don't have to, breathe on the mic for you to hear me, which means I don't have to blow my nose into the mic, too, which is really good. That'll be good nose blowing time.
That mic don't have a mute button? You need a little handy, I got one when I hit my vape. I can just push, boop. Mute.
Oh, no, I've got a mute button, but look, this happened to me one time. I was on somebody else's show, and I thought the mute button worked, and I clicked the mute button, and you could hear me the whole time. And I thought it was on mute. You ever do that, where you think it's on mute, and it's not on mute, everybody can hear you the whole time? That was so embarrassing that I just never touched the mute button again. I was scarred from that. So yes, I am getting over the lingering effects of the Rona. Therefore, my nose is runny, my throat is scratchy, and I'm just a complete mess, which isn't unusual for me.
No, it's not dust, sir. There is no dust in this house. I even scrubbed the vents out this weekend. I am OCD clean. You have no idea.
Oh no. You should see what goes on here if there's a bug. If a bug is spotted anywhere on the premises, the whole house gets crunk.
That.
Yeah, it gets wild around here, right?
Yeah. Everything has to be cleaned all the time.
Everything in its what is it Foyle says? She says everything has a place in its place. Wait,
everything everything has a place and everything in its place.
Yes,
that's right.
Everything has a place and everything in its place. That's her. I hear this all the time. Not that I put anything out of place.
I'm glad that you've internalized it so well.
I mean, I almost had it memorized. Did you see that? I almost had it memorized, but not quite. Quite. Yes. The organization stood up in August 2021 and is temporarily located at Peterson Space Force Base in Colorado Springs until a final basing decision is made. Yeah. Never heard that word before.
It's reasonable used in that context. Yeah.
Right, not used in that context. Interesting. You learn something new every day. That's why we come to Space Force News, right, guys? Because you're going to learn something every time. Officials will survey the sites in late April or early May to weigh the pros and cons of each location. The Department of the Air Force did not say how long the review is expected to take. The assessment will be based on factors related to mission, infrastructure, capacity, community support, environmental considerations, and cost. The department said in a press release, 3 installations, Patrick, Schriever, and New Mexico's Kirtland Air Force Base, are under consideration to host Starcom Deltas, which function like Air Force wings. I didn't know that. Kirkland and Schriever are competing to host Deltas 11 and 12, which respectively handle training, range operations, as well as test and evaluation work. These bases offer existing range infrastructure that supports test, training, exercise activities within close distance to range and aggressor stakeholders. Interesting. All right, so let's see. What else do we got for Space Force tonight? Space Force to shore up cybersecurity as threats proliferate. In an interview with Space News, Whitting said the command is now looking to shift cybersecurity specialists who protect desktop systems at Space Force bases to more demanding roles defending military satellite networks. We want to pivot more of those guardians into the defense cyber mission, says Whitting. The security of networks on bases is important, but we think there's other ways we can get after it. There's other ways we can get after it. You know what
That's
I mean?
right.
Yeah, but there's other ways we can get after that mission by going to commercial services, for example. The shift already... Foyle, give me a second.
Yes.
Aha.
Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. All
Yeah.
right.
Well, at least they're getting away from desk jobs. From one desk to another desk. It's a better desk. It's a bigger desk. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Okay? It's going to be great. Yeah, Alara's always on the verge, Joseph.
We can always count on her for the technical...
know. Yeah.
The technical descriptions of stuff.
Yeah. There you go. Technical stuff.
Right?
I'm great at that stuff. Thanks, Miracle Girlie, for the cookie. Good to see you.
All right. The shift already has started at Buckley Space Force Base in Colorado, where Guardians operate sensitive systems like GPS and early warning satellites. Many of the satellites the U.S. military relies upon for key services were built or designed in an era where we weren't concerned about cyber threats. Even though China and Russia have demonstrated they could physically try to attack us, U.S. satellites in space, we think they would prefer and probably start by attacks in cyber, and certainly countries like North Korea and Iran, which are not as sophisticated in space, would definitely try to attack us in cyber. And so we have to defend all that attack surface. I would say today we put in a lot of time, effort, and energy on improving both our cybersecurity stance and then our cyber defenses. We're making real progress there, but there's still more work to do. Space Delta 6, a unit within Space Operations Command, operates the military satellite control network and is also responsible for defensive cyber operations, including the protection of the GPS constellation. The unit also has mission defense teams who constantly monitor network traffic. A separate unit, Space Delta 3, focuses on space electromagnetic warfare, which is the protection of satellites from radio frequency jamming. Satellites providing services over war zones frequently face jamming attacks. Yeah, buddy. So what do we got here?
Russia was just testing a weapon like that. Thank you, Kaboomer, for the can. Much love to you. So, what is this, King of Mars?
And then finally on the Dragon side.
Man.
You just determined to play this video, man.
King of Mars.
Bruh. I always wondered why all the stoners hang out here on our show. I think I know why.
Oh, I have no idea.
I'll bet we're a
right?
trip when you're blazed. You know what I mean? I'll bet we are lit. Right, guys? Watch, we're going to start getting
Thank you,
weed
R.C.
stickers.
Anderson, for the cookie. Much love to you.
Yeah, I'm
That's
determined
right,
to
Pat
watch
Elvis.
this
Yeah,
rocket,
buddy.
guys. I'm
Yes.
determined to watch the rocket from the other
The
day.
Dragon mission director and
Yes.
team, they're reporting no issues.
So there was
We've
a
done the
UFO, guys.
communication
We're going to be
checkouts
talking
with the
about it
crew.
later.
You can see the crew axis arm
can you
has
see it on this
retracted
one?
into the launch position. You can see
I
Dragon
don't think
now
so.
with the strong back of the transporter director and the umbilicals
our buddy
behind the
caught it,
Dragon
though.
alongside of it.
UFO sightings
We've
daily.
also armed the launch
He's got it.
escape
The
system,
transporter
and obviously
director.
the crew is strapped
sounds
in the
important.
Dragon capsule and they're ready to go. Final instructions of the crew will come
I
in
don't know why
about
I'm
a minute and a
determined to
half
watch
at
this.
T-minus 10. We'll listen to
She
that.
tried to put it at the
The
beginning
crew
of the
displays will
show.
be
She want to put it
configured
at the
for
middle of the
launch,
show.
and
Want
that
to play it
setup
again
will
at the
give
end
the
of the
crew
show.
insight into how the launch is proceeding, and it provides constant updates on vehicle health.
I just want to see it go
T-minus
up.
5 minutes will be in the terminal count for Dragon. Dragon
come on.
will transition to
Oh, wait. This is
Let's
too
journey.
too far off. Look at them. They're ready to go.
X1, בהצלחה רקיע.
Thank you, Eitan. I'm
Or
going to
Makia.
continue
What's he
far
talking about?
less elegantly or eloquently, but we
I just want to see it go.
Some
At least
heartfelt
they've got
words
better
there.
outfits, man.
started.
Yeah, they do.
All right, so there was a call
Alpha
that we have begun to chill.
So yeah, there was a
the
total
engines,
UFO, like a few of them
the first
at the
stage.
launch.
So
We'll
what
play
we're
it
doing
later.
right now is
Talk
flowing a
about it.
little bit of the super chilled liquid
All right, we got
oxygen through
6
the turbo
minutes to
pumps
launch. I mean, what
on
the hell?
those M1D
What
engines.
the
There's
hell?
9 of them at the base of the first stage, and
All right,
that's
we'll
essentially
speed it up
bringing them
here.
down.
Yeah, it's too. We can't wait that long.
We
for
heard
launch.
that Dragon is on internal power.
We got 2 minutes to launch now.
3, 2,
Yes,
Here we
that
go.
rocket does look like
0.
Minnie Mouse.
Ignition.
And I just missed the 80s. Remember we used to go to the rocket launches?
Go Dragon. Godspeed.
Watch
Active
it on
1.
TV. It was so exciting.
I mean, listen, I know you hate on rockets, but I still think
we can't hear you because the rocket's going off.
Together, a new chapter begins. Godspeed AX-1.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Hey, where were you when the Challenger thing happened, Foil? Did you watch on
At
TV at
school?
school? Man, do you remember that? All the
Yeah.
kids were just like, "What just happened?" So for y'all that are super young here, so when the Challenger blew up in the 80s, what year was that? It was like 86.
88? Or 86, maybe?
I think it was 86.
Blew one of its O-rings, right?
We were all at school. And they used to drag this big giant TV monitor into the room the little kids could, so we could watch like the president talk, and we could watch the rockets. This is when we used to watch this in the 80s. We used to watch the rockets go up. They dragged the TV in there that day. We're all excited, watch the Challenger go, and everybody was, I can't tell you the energy that day. It was great. And then all of a sudden, it just goes,
Yeah, they had like
boom.
a chick teacher on there, like one of the first chicks
one of the
to go.
first chick teachers going into space. Everybody was excited, right? We were like
Curtains.
10 curtains in front of all the kids. And we were just like, it was like, I don't know. It was a terrible day. It was a terrible
that
day
was one of those
in
things
elementary school.
I remember that 9/11, like I remember watching it and just being like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the Challenger. That's never left me.
Commies are garbage says the rocket looks like a macaque.
Yes, it does. It certainly does. I was thinking the same thing, commies are garbage. I was thinking the exact same thing. All right, so we're moving on from the rocket. Why were we playing the rocket? Well,
you were determined. I don't know how
I don't
that tied
know.
into what, but you
I'm not sure why I decided we had to watch that today. I don't know. I think I wanted to give the rockets some airplay. I don't know, because we're always dissing
normally
the rockets.
you hate.
I know. Normally I hate on the rockets.
I think it's
today,
exciting, and I'm telling you, when we land on Mars, I'm personally going to be excited. Regardless of the giant Mars spiders and the Orion slave girls or whatever is going on over there, I'm going to be excited, okay?
Yeah,
Just so
buddy.
you guys know, right?
Experts say Russia's use of counter space capabilities could make 2022 a pivotal year for space security. From satellite jamming over Eastern Europe to Russia's testing of anti-satellite weapon analysis, analysts tracking counter space threats say the last year has brought confirmation of several troubling predictions, and 2022 will likely continue those trends. Secure World
2022.
Yeah, 2,220 and 22.
Right.
I can't even believe we're here in 2022, man. I remember 86 like it was yesterday.
It's crazy stuff.
Like, wow, life was so simple then, Like now it's like the gas pump and the food. The food is retarded. I went to buy a bag of nuts at the store, and it cost me $11 for one bag of nuts. Just one bag. You bought something the other day too that was crazy. It was the paper towels and the toilet paper. You went, it was like triple the
ridiculous.
price.
It's ridiculous. Everything. Laundry detergent, paper towels, toilet, everything. It's ridiculous.
They're choking us out, man. They're choking us out. I keep wondering how much more of this can we take before people just can't do it anymore. It doesn't matter. I mean, both me and Foyle work hard. Both of us. Really hard. And when you work that hard and people can't get anywhere, you can't get anywhere. It doesn't matter how hard you work.
I have determined as of today that it costs no less than $100 to leave the house. Therefore, I'll be here. Somebody just let me know when it's over, okay? I'm not going back out there. That shit sucks. All right?
Right.
I'm done. I quit.
I'm just glad the gas didn't hit $10 a gallon. Right. Don't tell them, huh? They're working on it. Yeah. I know, man. It's crazy. You guys feeling the pinch out there? It's crazy, right? Lenny T says she makes her own laundry soap. Well, that's a great idea, right? Just get it where you can get it now. Whatever you can make, trade, make, do or do not, because it's getting tough out there. Big time. Big time.
Okay,
Secure
Yoda.
World Foundation.
Do or do not. There is no
That's
try.
right. And I mean, hey, I live it every day. Secure World Foundation and the Center for Strategic and International Studies both released reports Monday outlining trends in counter space activity during the last year and documenting the development and use of space weapons. Why do we got to do all this? Space weapons? Or was this always going on and they're just deciding to tell us about it, or what? Why is this started in it's bothering me today.
This was always the plan, and if we didn't do it, somebody else was going to do it, and then we would be in trouble. I'm all for it. Listen.
Yeah, but
I'm done. Like, weaponize everything. Just weaponize everything. Gas pumps and streets and manhole covers and satellites and sheep, whatever. Right?
The aliens can't possibly
weaponize
like this,
everything.
Foyle.
Oh, well, they better find somewhere else to go then. They know it's get down how you live down here. This is how we do.
Yeah, but who's in charge? Because I'll tell you right now, it ain't us. So who's in charge out there? Like, whoever's in
Well,
charge.
if it's the aliens and they
why
are
haven't
in charge,
they
must
laid it
like
down? Like, look, people, look, you drunken
they must
monkeys.
love it. They must love it. That's why. They must love it. Like I told you. Thank you, R.C. Anderson, for the can. Much
Maybe
love
the
to
bad
you.
aliens
That's
are
right.
in charge.
Ponder on that. If you are one of the people who
I do
believes
ponder on
aliens
that.
are in charge, why are they letting all of the shenanigans occur? They must love it, right? Hey, you like it, I love it. Weaponize everything.
You got me in deep thought now. Like, why is this
No,
even being
buddy.
allowed, the weaponization of space? Why is this even being permitted? You know?
Yeah, why'd they let us drop nukes on Hiroshima and
If
Nagasaki?
we have a
Same
galactic
question.
federation and they're completely benevolent, then why are they allowing us to weaponize space at
Ding,
all?
ding, ding. I know a lot of people in the chat are like, damn it, foil.
I mean, you guys know how I feel, right? But this is really startling to me
Yes,
that it's
weaponize
being allowed to happen.
margaritas. Exactly.
Because, I mean, clearly
Definitely
they can stop us
weaponize
from...
the margaritas.
Go
Weaponize
ahead,
bouncy
please.
balls. Sorry, the chat is suggesting other things that we should be.
You guys are weaponizing
weaponized.
margaritas out there?
Yeah, that's a fantastic plan. What do you mean, right?
All right. In recent years, the two Washington, D.C. think tanks have warned of increasing counter-space activities and predicted heightened responses from the U.S. and other spacefaring nations. But if 2021 confirmed the trend, the coming year will be a pivotal...
Pivotable.
Man, this Rona throat, it stays for it lingers for a very long time. The coming year could be a pivotal turning point in space security. CSIS writes in its report, due to Russia's use of counter-space capabilities like GPS jamming and cyber attacks in its war on Ukraine. If the conflict further extends into space with more aggressive attacks against space systems, such as laser dazzling of imagery satellites or cyber attacks... Man, I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, buddy.
Man, no wonder I can't read nothing today. How come y'all didn't check me? You should say, Alara, Commander, where are your glasses? Oh, come on now. She
right.
can't read anything with glasses. What do you think's going to happen without the glasses? It's going to be a disaster.
Right.
They want it to be a disaster.
Brouhaha.
That's why nobody said anything.
Weaponized teacup. I like that. It's a good idea. Right. A brouhaha. A melee. A ruckus. Shenanigans. Right?
All right, here we go. Let's see if we have better luck this time. All right, look at that.
There you go.
Yeah, feeling good now. If the conflict further extends into space with more aggressive attacks against space systems such as laser dazzling of imagery satellites or cyber attacks against satellite ground stations, it could become the first major conflict in which counter-space weapons play a significant role. Speaking with reporters Friday, Secure World Foundation's Brian Whedon pointed to the late February cyber attack on communications provider Viasat and its KA-SAT system, which provides high-speed internet for customers in Eastern Europe and the Mediterranean, as an example of the uptick in disruption in the region. The attack targeted the system's ground terminals rather than the satellite itself, which Whedon said is common. Todd Harrison, director of the Aerospace Security Project at CSIS, said Friday it's difficult to quantify how much jamming has occurred since the lead up to the invasion. He and Whedon noted that the jamming has been publicly reported to date has been from ground-based rather than space-based systems. You know, not to do a squirrel thing again, but guys, have you not noticed tonight that Space Force News has an entirely new look? We have a new background.
I think it's pretty awesome.
Because I made the old background phase out. So we have a new background. We have a new thumbnail. We have an entirely new look. So shout out to LauraQanon for making us a completely revamped Space Force News look. She did an awesome job. Her link is in the description below on YouTube if you need any sort of graphics work, videos, all that kind of stuff. She's really good. She does a lot of amazing work in the community. So yeah, we're so grateful to her for making us our new setup. It looks so much better.
And thank you, Adam Hugapug, for the gold pills. 101 hugs to Alara, source of Sirius, and Royal loyal to the foil. Hugs to you, sir.
You almost made me spit out my coffee, Adam. That was good. Alara, source of Sirius, right? They're gonna take me totally serious with all that foil.
Indeed.
You know, my career's
That's
definitely
the whole goal
going
here.
places.
is
Right.
to be taken seriously. That's what we go for every week.
We can't help but be us, Foil. We are characters. We are straight characters, and we don't know how to be anything else. You know what I mean? I don't know how to be anything else. That's for sure. All right, where was I here? Todd, were we talking about Todd? Todd Harrison, director of the Aerospace Security Project. It's no, we already talked about Todd.
Oh, Lord. You
Okay.
gonna show the peeps?
Oh, yeah, sure. Once I find my place. That's on the list. All right. Looking more broadly across 2021, 2,221 counter space trends, the CSS report highlights the growing use of jamming and spoofing, which tracks with the 2020 prediction that such incidents would increase along with the sophistication of counter space weapons. According to CSIS, 2021 saw an increase in both the number of incidents and their complexity. CSIS has also previously identified Russia as the most likely nation to conduct counter space testing. Russia fulfilled the prediction last November, testing a direct ascent ASAT that is estimated to have created at least 1,500 pieces of debris. Man, we haven't had a follow-up story on the debris guys, have we? The trash pickup people?
The space trash.
What did we
people,
call
the
them?
garbage-
We had a name for them,
garbage-
guys. What do we call them? The trastronauts.
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 Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Right.
Help me out here. The trastronauts. We haven't had an update on the
There you go.
trastronauts. I hope they're out there, or there's plans to send them out there because the debris is
Something.
accumulating, and
It's gonna be great.
man, it was getting crazy
It's
for a while
fine.
when they started threatening to to knock down who was it that said he was going to knock out the ISS and flick it at the US?
Yeah, well, Russia, but I mean, we're literally planning on just letting the ISS eventually fall into a decaying orbit and then crash into the ocean within like the next 10 years anyway. But they offered to give us a hand, an early
Speaking
hand.
of-
I'm sure it would have been fine.
Speaking of decaying orbits and stuff crashing into the ocean, so there was some really high strangeness stuff that went on in Alaska. Was it this weekend? Was it over the weekend that it happened?
I
think
believe it was over the weekend.
Yeah, and so they were trying to... the BS article that they put out on this is so funny, right? So we're going to be talking about that later. It's clearly some sort of object that came... What?
Matt, 1776, said weaponized tacos and weaponized squirrels. I am all
How about
for
weaponized
weaponizing
squirrels
man.
What about weaponized squirrels that throw weaponized tacos? I would love to see a
There
squirrel
could be
chucking
that.
a taco.
That there could be that.
I'd be down for that. Completely.
Laser guided weaponized tacos. That would be fantastic.
Alright, so let's move on here. Where are we at? Let's move on here. Since I had to spend 15 minutes trying to play the rocket launch that I couldn't play, then you had to remind me that T-minus 6 minutes, Alara. It's not going to leave anytime soon. Maybe this is why. I don't know why I wanted to play the rocket. I wanted to give the rocket some love, guys. They don't get much love around here, so. Army Corps of Engineers withdraws SpaceX application to expand Starship facilities in Texas. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has withdrawn SpaceX application to expand launch facilities in Boca Chica, Texas, after the company failed to provide environmental information the agency requested, according to documents obtained by CNBC. SpaceX was seeking approvals to construct a new launch pad, new landing pad, and other launch-related infrastructure that would support its existing reusable launch vehicle operations in the South Texas facility. The expansion would have been built on about 17 acres, including wetlands and mudflats. The Army Corps of Engineers is responsible for oversight of wetland development under Section 404 of the Clean Water Act. In this role, the Corps makes sure that developers do not harm natural resources and drinking water, nor cause stress to endangered species and their habitat when alternative sites or approaches could be used instead. In a letter to SpaceX dated March 7, 2022, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers said that after repeated requests for specific environmental impact information, Elon Musk's aerospace venture had failed to say how it might be able to build its facilities differently or whether it would locate them elsewhere to minimize harm to wetlands, water, and wildlife. Bloomberg previously reported on the withdrawal. The agency noted that on February 10, 2022, SpaceX CEO and founder Elon Musk held a press conference where he explained that if regulatory approvals didn't move along in Texas, allowing the company to expand its Starship and Super Heavy rocket testing and launches soon. He would move a bulk of SpaceX operations to Florida's Cape Canaveral and Kennedy Space Center. If that were to happen, Musk said at the time SpaceX would turn its Boca Chica assets into more of a research and development hub. The Corps told SpaceX if he could reinitiate the application, if it still wants to pursue the vertical launch area expansion. The Corps did not immediately respond to requests for comment on whether SpaceX has replied or submitted the requested information in the past month. SpaceX did not immediately respond to a request for comment on the news. So there you have it, man.
Thank you, Darren Max, for the super chat. You guys freaking rock. I really appreciate you both. Well, we appreciate you.
Yes,
So you
Jilly's
know.
Jules. Elon is a conundrum. Time will tell, right? He's always got us listening. You know what I'm saying?
Alara, Evan is here. Your friend from Contacting the Desert. Say hi.
Hi, Evan. I don't see him in the chat. Where is he?
Yeah, YouTube chat. That would be the YouTube chat.
Hi, Evan. So you can email me at alaraofsirius@protonmail.com, or you can email me at alaraofsirius@gmail.com. But definitely reach out to me that way. That's the best way. Or over on Telegram, Alara of Sirius channel on Telegram. You can find me over there too. So get a hold of me so we can talk and catch up. All right, Jeff Bezos, worlds collide. Amazon and AWS join Blue Origin on orbital. Where did he see me at? On Spaced Out Radio or what? Is that
Yes.
where? Oh, wow. Cool. Right on. I'm glad you were able to find me again.
Yeah, and
All
if you
right,
guys
so-
didn't see that interview, Alara was on Spaced Out Radio this past Monday.
Man, he had me on the spot, huh? He said,
Yeah,
what do
buddy.
the aliens have to say? I said, man, I don't know. You know, you're asking the wrong one. I don't know. I don't know what they say. I don't know. Apparently somebody told him I had a message from the aliens, I guess. You know.
Weaponized diapers. Adam
That's news to
Hugapod.
me.
Listen, my nieces and nephews come over here already with weaponized diapers, man. That shit is terrible.
No, we're not
okay,
talking
just
about
so
all
you
that.
know. Yeah, we don't even need to
right,
weaponize
so-
the diapers, man.
Orbital Reef, man. Orbital Reef. Should I play the video? Yes. Let's check out Orbital
You're
Reef.
determined
guys.
to play the videos. Play the video.
I want to play
know
videos
you-
today.
I know
No?
you do.
There have been dreams for a very long time of robust commercial activities in space,
dream
with
about
growing
space.
populations and so forth.
Let me dream.
Now we have access to systems that cost less to launch and land, and we now understand how to build destination systems that last for a long time. It's the commercial world in which advanced capabilities get normalized and become a part of everyday life. Orbital Reef is a full-fledged commercial space station.
Look,
Think of
Joe
it
Dirt
as
space plane is on the
village.
end.
Think
You
of
see
it
that?
as many different
Imagine that.
organizations and people in their own parts of Orbital Reef doing their own activities.
Where all types of companies
Yes,
can
I
come
agree,
together
capable.
and do research.
I need my own R2-D2. You're absolutely right. Actually, I'll take Rocket, you know, from Guardians of the Galaxy. I'd like my own Rocket sidekick.
Right?
They'll
He's
go-
pretty awesome.
Yeah, and this talk, you know, I started digging on those plasma laser balls, you know, because they sound really cool and stuff. And then when the Balls of Light article came out this weekend, when I pulled that, I was like, okay, so I started thinking about the talking plasma laser ball. So I went digging and I found a video. Did I send it to you on the plasma? They're really not that impressive, dude, at all.
Well, I don't think they're going to show us the extent of what they can do, but at least, you know, they've got the general gist of the idea going on. Orbital Reefer. There's an idea. And speaking of Orbital Reef, Alara, they're opening a space hotel, allegedly.
Orbital
Rather
Reef
soon.
is?
No. Just I forget what company it is. They're gonna have an orbiting space hotel. We've talked about it here before. Within the next,
Okay.
they claim within the next 5 to 7 years, maybe. So
All right, well,
who knows?
all right.
Could be cool.
Well, let's finish hearing about Orbital Reef here, and that'll be exciting when they build a space hotel. And then maybe we'll play the talking plasma laser balls if you guys want to hear them later. That way you can check out what they actually are, because they are not that impressive. Maybe there's a more impressive version. Yes?
Yes, Desert Fire. You've talked about nuts and balls today, Laura.
That's right. That's generally what I do, actually, for quite a while, for an extended period of time, on every show. And
yes,
research and/or production, and also
talk about Orbital
provide
Reef.
opportunities for tourists to come and just experience what space is like.
It's an ecosystem that will allow ideas to grow, to germinate, whole new fields and areas of economic arena, new science that we can't even imagine now.
Orbital Reef starts with two strategic partners, Blue Origin and Sierra Space. These two together have the fundamental
Blue Origin is doing
elements
this?
that give us both transportation of cargo and crew and the destination system essentials.
Look at that treadmill.
In addition, we have a set of expert teammates, which includes Boeing, who will be developing our research module.
We'll be providing crew and cargo transportation with the Starliner. And when the orbital reef is operational, we'll provide all of the operations and maintenance necessary to sustain the orbital reef.
Genesis, who are developing the single-person spacecraft for suitless extravehicular activity.
ASU is going to bring
look at
together this international group of 14 universities to work with Orbital Reef on the ethics and guidelines of research, on how we can bring to bear all of our expertise.
And Redwire, who provide in space manufacturing.
They better build an awesome gym up there.
Environment.
You ain't get me up there without a gym.
New science, new discoveries, and new commercial applications.
We're working very hard to make sure that Orbital Reef is not just for the entities that have had access to space so far. It's intended to be humanity's footprint in Earth orbit, and that means all the nations and companies and peoples of the world.
Space is such a sketchy... Go ahead.
Man, the rich, he says all the entities. Like, come on, man.
Right.
You know you ain't sending randos up there.
Right. We can dream, Foil. We can always dream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Didn't we need to...
Indeed.
Yeah, so Orbital Reef, guys. Amazon and its cloud computing division, Amazon Web Services. They say they're joining forces with another company founded by Jeff Bezos to support the development of a commercial space station, which you just saw, known as the Orbital Reef. Bezos' Blue Origin Space Venture is one of the leaders of the Orbital Reef project, along with Colorado-based Sierra Space. Boeing, Redwire Space, Genesis Engineering, and Arizona State University are also part of the consortium. Last December, Orbital Reef won a $130 million award from NASA to move ahead with the design of the orbital outpost that could fill the gap when the International Space Station is retired in the 2030 to 2031 timeframe. Man, you know, space. Well, this is what I was gonna say. Space is a really intense environment, dude. Like, if you really think about it, like, think about how we navigate out there, like little puffs of air. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we'll turn a little bit. Like, it's kind of a like. I don't know that I want to do all that without being in a really secure spaceship. And I'm not talking about a rocket, okay? I'm talking about a ship, man. A spaceship, you know? One of these UFOs, right? I don't know that I would want to do all that unless I had a UFO, you know? Like, it just seems sketchy to me. Like, the whole space operation. The whole operation of getting there and then navigating once you're up there and not dying... It just seems sketchy.
I would absolutely do it.
In a rocket. No UFO. Okay, you know. I mean, Foil's really into the rocket idea, guys. Thank you, Joseph Yanni. Muchas gracias, chicas. Yeah.
Aw, thanks, Joseph. Much love to you.
Yeah, I have little spaceship ambiance, Jilly's Jewels that I play. Yes, Lotus, I heard about John Lear passing away. It's tragic. He passed away, and Clifford Mahooty passed away too recently, which is very sad. Yeah, Cliff was amazing. He brought so much. It's really
a lot of
terrible
trailblazers.
Yep. We're losing our trailblazers, people. We're losing our trailblazers.
We gotta blaze new trails.
Right, we gotta blaze new trails, so let's get to blazing, people. I already know half of our chat's already blazing, trust me. They're definitely already blazing. Elon Musk broke the law when buying up Twitter shares. Tesla CEO Elon Musk appears to have violated federal law by not notifying the SEC that he was buying up shares of Twitter, according to a report. SEC regulations required Musk to notify the market when his stake in the social media company had surpassed the 5% threshold, a delay that reportedly netted him a profit of $156 million, according to the Washington Post. Musk shocked the world when it was learned on Monday that he acquired a 9% stake in Twitter, making him the company's largest shareholder. Musk's investment in Twitter had reached 5% on March 14th, but the markets weren't told of his acquisitions until Monday, When disclosure forms were made public, by failing to notify investors, Musk kept the stock price low as he continued to buy up shares. After Musk filed his disclosure forms, Twitter's share price skyrocketed by some 30%. So yeah, man. Yeah, buddy.
Pocket change to this guy. 156 million. What's that? Nothing.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's been lighting up Twitter too, right? Like nothing like buying the company and then trolling that company on their own platform while you're buying
What
them.
else would he be? I mean, what like should we expect something else? I mean, it's it's on par for sure.
Hi, Divine Fractal. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Michael Scott. Yeah. All right. So hey, Elvis. Hey, Fat Elvis. See you out there, buddy. All right, where were we? I guess, oh, here we go, man. Woo, doom and gloom. Yeah, where is LauraQanon, you know? The debut of all her new stuff, and she's not even here to say hello. Makes me feel some type of way. That's fine.
Oh, Lord.
All right. So, where do you want this fact sheet? National Defense Strategy. Did you want that first? I had that. Okay. Is that cool?
that's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Take it away, buddy.
This is fine, man. This is fine.
Yeah. Get us off the screen.
Interesting. So, yeah, that's fine. You can take us down.
Not necessary. Did they see the words?
No, it's not. Yeah, it's 2 pages. It's not real long. I mean, so the Department of Defense issued a 2022 National Defense Strategy fact sheet.
2,222.
Yeah, the 2020 fact sheet. 2022 and yeah, right. And for the first time, they did this strategic review in like an integrated way. I mean, they incorporated their nuclear posture review, their missile defense review. I mean, they basically try to pull everything, and then they gave us a whopping 2 pages of information, which is great. It's all we need to know. Us plebes, us whores, we don't need all the information. Just this. This is fine. And what's interesting about this is that despite the ruckus in Europe, they have chosen to continue to maintain focus on China as our number one threat, which I wholeheartedly agree with. So they listed their defense priorities, defending the homeland, obviously, paced to the growing multi-domain threat posed by the PRC, People's Republic of China. Obviously, we are going to deter strategic attacks against the United States, its allies and partners. They want to deter aggression somehow, while being prepared to prevail in the conflict when necessary. Only when necessary, guys. They are prioritizing the PRC challenge in the Indo-Pacific and then the Russia challenge in Europe. So they put China prior to Russia. No surprise there. It is interesting. They called out Russia as an acute threat in this fact sheet. Obviously basing that on the totally unprovoked invasion of Ukraine. And, guys, I've got on here and argued, and I know a lot of you guys disagree with me when I say that Putin is the asshat. I still believe that, but I'll tell you, when I saw the information the other day about, and I'm going to touch on this a little bit when we talk about the UN vote, but so when I saw the information the other day about the bomb dropped on the children, right? And then part of the bomb was still sitting there, literally spray painted in Russian with "for the children." Even I found that hard to believe. Okay, maybe it's my tinfoil hat. I don't know. But who does that, man? Nobody does that. Like, I know in World War II, we used to paint, we'd put messages on our bombs and stuff. But I mean, literally for the children. Come on, man. Come on, man. Nobody did that.
So what's your theory on it?
I don't know. Maybe the part of the bomb was laying there and they just thought it would make a good photo op to spray paint some shiz on there that made it look really bad. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you, Mugga, for the cookie, and BFA21 for the cookie. Much love to you. I don't know. Just felt a little sus to me. Felt a little sus.
Yeah, buddy. A lot of suspect stuff going on.
Right?
All right. Let's see. Finland.
Yeah, poor Finland, man. Finland. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago, Russia called out Finland and Sweden, said, listen, if you guys join NATO, it's curtains for you. Now, Finland actually shares a very long border with Russia, right? So they're kind of concerned, right? And apparently this spring, they're going to be voting on whether or not to join NATO. And then, of course, NATO is going to fast track their conditions for joining. They're going to make it very easy. Obviously, you know, the NATO allies want Finland as a part of the group. It's wild because this is the one thing that the major parties in their government agree on. The party in power and the opposition party both agree that they need to join NATO, and then they're expecting a large percentage of people to support this without any problem. But, you know, Russia directly threatened them, you know, and said they're going to have severe consequences if they join NATO, and they are moving ahead with that anyway.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. China votes with Russia at UN after Kremlin issues threat.
Yeah, so this is interesting. This is where we were talking about the bombing of, you know, for the children, the bomb for the children, and the attack in Bucha, where they found all the civilians on the streets. So they took it to the Human Rights Council in the United Nations, and they voted on whether or not to oust Russia. Okay, so of course it was voted that Russia should be ousted from the council, at which point they were like, screw you guys, we quit. And they just left, right? They just cut it off anyway. But they had threatened China prior to this and said, if you don't vote with us, like not abstain, like they did the last time when they voted whether or not to condemn the Ukraine invasion, if you don't vote with us, like we're done with you, right? So naturally this time China voted to keep Russia on the Human Rights Council. The other thing that I thought that was interesting about this is when the UN voted, and I did this whole video about how we're seeing an increased separation, the two polarities, you know, this new axis forming. It's a two world order. I did a whole video on it on my channel. But when they voted whether or not, at the first UN vote, the General Assembly vote, when they voted whether or not to condemn the Ukrainian invasion, you know, the Russian invasion of Ukraine, we had 5 that voted against condemning Russia outright. They were on Russia's side. We had 38 abstentions and 141 countries voting to condemn Russia, right? We've seen these numbers. We've seen the number of countries with this vote of the Human Rights Council. We've seen the number of countries that are actually siding with Russia kind of begin to grow, because this time we saw 24 countries vote outright to keep Russia on the council. We saw 58 abstentions and only 93 countries in favor of ousting. So we are seeing a growing contingency of countries that are coming together kind of on a pro-Russia tip, man. And it makes you wonder, makes you wonder.
Well, I mean,
thanks, Leah Worth.
They're taking sides, man. Wouldn't you? I mean, you see what's about to go down.
There is no choice but to take sides.
Look who's in the White House. Look who we got in the White House, right? I mean, I'm just saying, right?
Forrest friend says that bomb had a serial number on it. It was Ukrainian. If you have sauce on that, do send, because even I was like, that seems a little sus, man. But you know, really? Capable. I love you, but you know, and I get what you guys are saying about Putin and what he's doing, but I'm still.
I mean, there's working theories. They're working theories, but you know how Foyle is, guys. She's got to have absolute, like, concrete, you know. But there's.
Well, I know that. Listen, he even if that's what he's doing, he's still, his end game is still to smack the shit out of our country.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not going to be, oh, you guys are cool and you guys suck. Like, no, it's F you guys, all of you guys.
It's still not good.
And I can't co-sign that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to agree with you, but it's like when you argue with family. Like, listen, me and you can argue, Alara, but if somebody else says something to you, then now we got a problem. It's the same thing. Like, listen, I can hate on my own country, but come on now, chill out.
Right.
Like,
I get you.
In any case,
I got you, man. I totally feel you, Wingman. I'm right there with you.
I mean, I went through the whole, you know, I mean, like I said, the whole philosophical basis for what he's doing.
Omazon says Salty just covered the bomb serial number.
I gotcha.
I don't know anything about that. If somebody could send it to us, that would be cool.
Yeah, but
Salty covered that on his show today. Salty didn't have a show today, did he?
Yeah, he was on. Actually, he was on when we went live, I think, or
what's
just
going
getting
on,
off of there. Or maybe he's still live.
All right. So what do we got left here for the Australia. Not Austria. Yeah. That would be Australia. Oh, look at Millie.
Yeah, look at them all. Looking all right. Looking super official. Totally not official. Yeah, AUKUS. We talked about AUKUS a while back. This security pact between Australia, the UK, and the United States. At the time, it was just to help create these nuclear submarines. Not nuclear armed submarines, just regular ass submarines that are nuclear powered. Submarines. Right. Just the regular ass ones, okay? Yeah. Well, now we are going to be working in tandem to develop hypersonic missile tech. And we're going to be sharing some of our information with the AUKUS Alliance, which, needless to say, has made some other countries feel a little bit on edge, okay? Particularly in the Indo-Pacific. And we're seeing a great divide in the opinions of the countries in Southeast Asia with respect to the sides that they're taking. And you can see it if you go and look through the votes at the UN. It speaks volumes. Yeah, so I mean, they issued a joint statement that they're committed today to commence new trilateral cooperation on hypersonics and counter-hypersonics, electronic warfare capability as well, and to be expanding their information sharing between.
Millie's got a lot of fans out there in the chat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, look at that guy. Yeah,
Millie's got big fans out in the chat. I'm seeing some very interesting
guys
being called.
He is a strong leader, and he's totally devoted to inclusion and equity and stuff, man.
He needs some important in the military. And a pink hat. That's what he needs.
Right? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Right.
Okay, and on that note,
right.
That's what I have to say about that.
Nature break.
All right, let's see what we got here. What do we got for nature break?
This is great. Did you watch this when I sent it to you?
Facebook Nature Book, and this is the one I didn't watch, man. We're going to watch it right now. Oh,
this is awesome.
I hope you didn't set me up, Foil.
I didn't. It actually may have created a few tears. You might want to take
Chico and 5 other cows broke out of the slaughterhouse. They crashed through 3 fences.
Yeah.
They're trying to find somewhere to go and someone to help them. Chico is holding the authorities behind a tree to allow time for the brothers to keep running. But the authorities come and they round them up with their cars, and they're able to just kind of pin them against fences and get them back in their trailers and back to the slaughterhouse.
Oh, man.
But then there was a small part of the community that was so passionately watching the escape, so upset that the cows were returned to the slaughterhouse. The donations rolled in to liberate Chico and the other cows.
Over the next 3 days, there was a frantic search to find a sanctuary that could rescue Chico and his brothers from the slaughterhouse.
Badass.
And on day 4, the meatpacking owner did not want to wait anymore and announced he was going to kill them in the next morning.
With no time to spare, Ellie and her husband Jay flew cross-country from LA to St. Louis to meet Chico and his brothers and save them.
See, this is the type of stuff I do if I was rich.
And Chico came 150 feet all the way from where he was till he was standing right in front of me. And him and I locked eyes as tears streamed down my face at how much intelligence Chico had, how amazingly powerful and strong yet gentle he is. And I fell in love with him immediately.
Ellie used the money the community had raised to buy Chico
Foil's mouth is watering, and I'm getting teary-eyed
and set up
from
a
the emotion and the
sanctuary
love.
where they'd be able to live.
And Foil's
when
like,
we got the trailer up, opened
I was
the door, and the
I was
cows
happy. I'm sure he would have been delicious, but I'm happy
big,
for him.
spacious property.
about
You
freeing
literally
Chico.
could see their relief. They were running,
they're so
their
happy
faces
cows.
softened, they were eating grass, and they looked like, okay, we could do this.
And once Chico started to trust people, people started flocking to Chico.
People don't realize that cows can give just as much love as house pets, if not more.
I want a cow. Foil, can I have a cow?
Chico is exactly a puppy now. When we call his name, he comes running
Unless
for
we're gonna
cookies.
save him for
His
the
love
class
and
and
affection is so
later.
reciprocal.
Then
It's not
we can
just
eat him
us
if
petting
things get
him.
really bad.
He licks us. It's not us just hugging him. He
Him
hugs
or
us
you?
back with his neck. But it wasn't
Chico.
overnight that Chico just
Let's hear it
became
for
a
Chico,
puppy.
everybody.
He had to learn to trust people. And that
Yeah,
was a
buddy.
3-month process where I sat out in the pasture every single day. I sang
Not
to
all
them.
humans
I
are
read
bad.
out loud to them. I brought them cookies. And eventually I won their trust.
Isn't that awesome?
And people can't believe it when they meet him, that here he is from inside a slaughterhouse, and yet He's trusting, he's forgiving,
Right, he
he's
broke
loving.
out, he got
It really
saved.
gives
I'm all about
people an
people
idea
breaking out of their
who these animals are that we're eating.
Cows.
Chico's incredible story
cows.
isn't just about him and his brothers surviving the
cows need love
slaughterhouse.
too, guys.
It's also about how he and other cows are able to help heal people.
Chico now helps us host cow hug therapy sessions where people who are
what a
struggling
life,
with their own
man!
lives
From
therapy.
slaughterhouse to cow hug therapy.
Right.
This is my
The
new
people of
hero,
St. Louis
Chico.
stood up and they
I want
saved
a picture-
Chico and his crew.
Yeah, I want a picture of
Isn't that
Chico
great?
with like a heart around his head and put it. I'll put it next to my Space Force flag. You know?
See, I was very moved by this story.
Yes,
Laura. I
Chico
was very
captured my
moved.
heart, man. Chico has officially captured my heart.
Right.
I'm touched. Okay, what else do we got here? Oh, and this
I don't
guy
know.
here. Look at this guy. Everybody's waking up, guys. The whole planet.
It's a bunch of goldfish. Look at that.
Even the animals are waking up. Look.
Oh, is he feeding them?
Yes.
Oh, how cute.
What kind of
Well, I mean,
magical...
to be fair,
Look at the little woo he did as he took off. Like, did you see that? Did you notice that? Watch his feet after he feeds them. He's all happy with himself. Look. Whee! Yeah, buddy. You did a good thing. You did a good thing.
Right. Yeah,
Thank you, Wise Mama Bear, for the ship. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mucho amor, ladies. Thank you. I could watch this all day. Between the cow and the swan.
Right.
I feel so
Happy
much
nature,
better.
right?
You see, it's garbage in, garbage out, people. When you put good stuff in, good stuff comes out. You put the garbage in, the garbage comes out. You know?
Yeah, his little feet are pretty cute.
Aw, just little. I want to do a little pose when I do something good, you know? Okay, what else do we have? And shout out to Descendant of Bran. He always sends me awesome nature breaks. I'm very appreciative of his help. Oh, of course. Oh, I gotta silence the other one. Hold on.
Yeah,
Now
we're
from
gonna
that
get
one.
One of my dogs stole an edible. Can you guess which?
Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high.
Let's watch it again. This one goes out.
One of my dogs stole an edible. Can you guess which?
Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high.
All right. Yeah, man.
One of my dogs stole an edible. Can you guess which?
Because I got
I got high. Oh, which we're gonna get yeeted for that.
That dog looks high as shit.
Oh, look at the grass. Beautiful.
Like waves.
Yeah.
Right? How peaceful is that?
Right? I could sit in that field for hours. Where is this? Nice. All right, guys. Let's have a moment of silence.
The grass waves.
Just take in the grass waves. Just like you're there. Just be one with the grass. You are the grass. The grass is you. All the stoners out there are like, yeah! Woo, 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 woo! The grass is you! You are the grass! Alright. Alright, guys. Be one with the grass. Try to do that this week. Just be one with the grass. You know what I'm saying?
Science!
Yeah, they're out there being one with the grass as we speak.
Right.
Dark Empaths. Educate us on empaths here, Foil.
So this is interesting. Okay, I mean, we tend to think of dangerous personality types. We think of like psychopathy, people that are like true Machiavellists, like Machiavellianism, like just out to dominate and manipulate, or like narcissists, right? We tend to think of these people like as dark personality types as not really displaying a lot of empathy. Now, the thing is, everybody has some traits from, it's like a grab bag. You got a little bit, it's a spectrum, okay? Some people are more empathetic than others, you know, that doesn't necessarily make you an evil person, you know, but But we tend to associate dark personalities with no empathy. And
if you're dark and an empath, okay, so I'll let you break it down first. Then I'm gonna grill you about this. Go ahead.
Okay, I mean, so we've got our what they call the dark tetrad, right? Psychopathy, Machiavellianism, narcissism, and sadism, right? Now these are the ones, like I said, that we tend to not identify with having an abundance of empathy, if any at all. Okay, they're very deceptive, manipulative. They can be extremely exploitative and cynical. It just really depends. So they did a study, and come to find out that there is another piece to this puzzle, right? They asked 1,000 people to complete these assessments, right? Based on a questionnaire that they gave, where they were talking about the dark tetrad, those 4 that I just mentioned, and levels of empathy. And, it was the method they used was called latent profile analysis. And it allowed them to establish like clusters of people with different profiles and certain trait combinations, whatever. So what they found was that about 20% of their sample had high scores on both dark traits and empathy, right? So 20% of their sample of 1,000 people. So they delved into this, a bit, and what they found, they classified a new personality type, a dark empath, right? Now these people are extremely manipulative. They can be very outgoing, very lively. They know how to run game in public, but their goal usually is some sort of manipulation or domination of a group, right? They have high levels. They're highly egocentric. Everything is about them. They will redirect, like even displaying some narcissistic traits. They're always the victim, whatever. Obviously, we tend to think of empaths as very agreeable people. But these dark empaths, they are now saying maybe the most dangerous personality type. I mean, they really can blend. And the crazy thing is they found out that these dark empaths, they do display some level of conscience. They just don't care, right? They just don't care. So they,
So this isn't dark as in like, you and I both have some darker traits. You know what I mean? I don't mean like that. I mean like, we both, you know what I'm saying.
These are people
like,
that score high.
This is different than that.
These people score high as far as psychopathy and sadism, narcissism, like one of these clusters.
That's what they mean by
high
dark.
In these traits, and score highly empathetic. And the mixture of the two is
how could you be a psycho empath? That's crazy.
Traits. They have traits. They're not like a true psycho. Like I said, we typically associate them with a lack of empathy, right? But now they've come to find that there is a group that can have they can have these things congruent.
So we're not talking about dark nail polish and voodoo shops, man. We're talking about narcissistic traits
no.
with
We're
empath
talking
traits.
about manipulative,
about to say
domineering people, but they can feel things.
I think I've met a few of these.
Not our typical understanding, which is kind of crazy.
Interesting.
So yeah,
man.
Learning
Dark
new stuff every
empaths.
day. Right.
There it is, folks.
Yeah, buddy.
Watch out for the dark empaths. All right, man. Cosmic ray scans of the Great Pyramid.
Yes.
They'll finally find the King's Chamber with the tomb in it. Well, the whole mystery will be solved. We'll know exactly why the pyramids exist.
Or they'll find the secret chamber with all the alien tech in it. That's what I'm voting for.
Right, and they're going to tell us about it when they do. Sure, first thing, they're going to let us know, right? So we can
when they
enjoy
say
the alien tech.
Well, hopefully they tell us, right? This is the goal. Right? Because they're a lot of research like the Egyptians are very tight over what research is allowed, what information is allowed to be released, who's allowed to go in and do what. Like it's a tight thing. So hopefully we'll get some information out of this. Now, if you guys remember when they say cosmic ray scanning,
I'm sorry, just Morning flower. I hope magnetic turd is next.
Don't you worry. We won't let you down, okay? We're gonna go there. There's even a video. It's wild, okay? Alara wants to play all these videos today. I got you. Right? Right?
I don't know why that was so funny, and I don't even smoke weed, but that was funny to me, I guess.
Next.
Woo! I'm on the same level with all of them, and I don't even smoke. That's just wild. Hit it, Foil. Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. So we're talking about using muons to scan the interior of the pyramid. Now, they did this in 2017. Okay, they did this in 2017. They were able to use particle physics to kind of peek inside the pyramid. They revealed a bunch of secret chambers and rooms that were unexpected. I mean, they found a massive void that was like nearly 100 foot long that lay above the pyramid's grand gallery in 2017 when they did this. And then they found a smaller void just beyond the north face of the structure as well. So now we've got a team of researchers from the Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory that are going to do an even more detailed scan. I guess what they're going to be using this time is like 100. Man? The Fermi researchers, right? They're going to use the muons, right? They're going to use the muons to do the scan. This is supposed to be 100 times more powerful than the technology that was used in 2017. They're going to employ these muons just to kind of look inside the structure, but they're supposed to get a picture of what's inside that's 100 times better than what they had a few years ago. So who knows? Who knows what we'll find? Hopefully it'll be exciting.
Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory, I'm watching you.
Right?
Know what I'm saying? I'm watching you.
Gotta let us know what's going on. They're thinking, here's what's
Share
interesting.
The alien
they found
tech.
These, this is the thing. They found these big empty chambers last time, but they didn't have the level of detail to see inside the chamber. Now they're thinking that this time they may have the level of detail to see even the smallest artifacts within the hidden chambers this time. So we may actually get to know what is inside. Instead of just knowing that there's a big open void there.
I love how we have this stuff on planet Earth, this stuff everywhere that we don't have any clue how it got there, how it was built, and and nobody cares. It's like, oh, well, we just don't know. We don't know.
People care.
Just like the UFOs. Oh, there's these ships, they fly around, they phase in, they phase out, they're using technology that's just mind-blowing. But we don't know. And I think it's interesting how nobody wants to say aliens. We don't think it's an adversary. They say everything they could possibly say, except for, okay, it's aliens, people, right?
Well, to be fair, and regardless of what you think of Lou or not, he did say on an interview recently that this was not human tech. He didn't say alien.
So can we just
but he
say
did
it?
Say,
right, like and we don't have to define whether the aliens are from another planet in the third dimension, inner Earth, another dimension. Like, we don't have to define all that. They're not us.
No, we can just say
people
they're not us.
That are not
right.
us.
Alien.
Maybe we need a
means
new
not
word.
Us.
Right.
Right.
Like,
right.
They're. I don't know. Maybe we should.
Extraterrestrials.
Whatever. We need to come up with a new word, because I think the word alien spooks people. Then people want to argue whether it's off planet or, another dimension, or and all of that really doesn't mean anything. The point is, they're not us, right? They're not cows, and they're not us.
It's not Chico, right?
Right. It's not Chico and his buddies. That's who it isn't. It's not Russia. Right. It's not China. And it's not Russia. It's not China, and it's not Chico. So who is it?
Right. Who does that leave? Right?
Who does that leave, right? Man, I think it gave Chico a ride at least when he was trying to break out. You know what I mean?
Well, they did give him a ride back to the slaughterhouse.
They could have just.
They had to save
him. Took Chico and his buddies right out of there. You know what I'm saying? Poor Chico.
That would have been nice.
Man, that Chico warmed my heart. I'm gonna have to get me. If someday I could ever afford a farm, I'm gonna need Chico. At least I'm gonna need to go visit Chico or something.
Go visit Chico. I mean, they have Chico and his friends there. Yeah.
Hey, I admire Chico. People like this. See, I called the cows people. People like this I admire, right? People that think outside of the box, that are willing to take risks. That like Chico and his buddies. Chico and his buddies should inspire you. They should inspire everyone. You know,
The
Be
fact
like
that he
Chico.
could trust again after having
Sounds
almost
like
been
me.
eaten. You know?
I know.
That's impressive.
Man. Believe me, I should have trust issues all day, every day. But for some reason, I still want to love.
Whiskey, but what the hell is blueberry duck farts? Whiskey Blue. What are we talking about here?
Are they out of hand? They just wanted to hear about the magnetic turd.
Okay, bring it on, man. This is
All
important.
right.
This is important information here.
Magnetic turd it
Look at
is,
that.
guys. Wait,
Yes,
isn't this tech or no? It's still science.
This is still science.
Okay.
I guess technically it could have been tech.
Do I have to
but,
leave the turd on the screen while we talk about it?
Oh, we're gonna
No?
watch a video of the turd.
Oh,
if,
great.
If you scroll down there, yeah, I know you're all about the videos. There's a video of the turd.
I'm
So
all
guys,
about the videos today. All right.
Matter of fact, go ahead, play the video.
Look, Val Hall's invited me to their farm where they have, I'm hoping, cows. Not Chico,
Can
but...
Alara hug them? This is the question.
Can I hug the cows?
Aw,
I still wanna
Tamgrel
love
went to an
everything.
elephant's birthday. That's awesome.
What's up, Death by Russ? Good to see you. All right, can we watch the magnetic
Hey.
turd now? Are you going to
Yes,
explain
by
to us
all
what it
means.
does, Foil? That's excellent.
Okay.
Here we go, guys.
Make it big. There you go.
All right.
Look at that.
You
It
want to
does
get
look
us
like-
off the... What the...
Yeah, get us
am
off
I
the screen.
looking
Watch,
at, bro.
I'm gonna explain it. Watch this. This is impressive here.
Where do you find this stuff?
Look at that. That's some shit right there, man. Literally. So it's moving slime. I mean, it can encircle smaller objects. They can, like you see, they can put it into your stomach to pick up, to deliver drugs. It's controlled by magnets. They can use it to remove foreign objects from the body. Look at that. It's literally a magnetic turd, man. And then you just poop it out.
What?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Right? I'm telling you, they need either targeted drug delivery, or if you've got a foreign object in your stomach, or maybe even a Bezoar, one of them balls that you get in your, they could put this in there, right? They could use the magnets to control it, wrap it around, whatever is needed, and then you just shit it out.
So, for instance, if you had a turd, should we use that, or is there a technical term for it? If you had one that was stuck, per se, you could send them magnetic turd in to wrap itself around the actual turd and dislodge it, correct? I mean, is that...
I mean, theoretically, I suppose they
Theoretically,
could,
right?
I don't know if they would need to do all that. You could just, take some laxatives or something. But, I mean, theoretically, I suppose they could make that work, right? Could pull stuff out of there, But I mean, this thing can also, like you saw it wrapping around the wires, say they were trying to connect, they could leave it in there too, right? If they were trying to connect two wires in there to, I don't know, to connect the device in your stomach, they could use it to wrap around, and then it's magnetic. I mean, it would probably be a good conductor. They could leave it in there.
Dances with Wolves. I don't know why that keeps coming in my head, but Dances with Wolves. I just want to go live on the land somewhere,
Man, well, I mean,
get myself a little two socks.
Think about it like this, right? Your toddler swallows a watch battery, okay? And they're in danger, right? You don't want your stomach acid to dissolve in the battery or something. They send in the magnetic turd, they scoop it up, and then the toddler just poops it out. Could be a thing. I don't know, some kind of Lego or a Christmas ornament, I don't know. Little kids need all kinds of shit. Who knows?
How does Morning Flower do that? Who just has in their sticker arsenal 5 pooping stickers? Just ready, just ready to go. You know what I mean? For this occasion.
I don't know. Matt 1776 says, why don't they just go into the chambers? The Egyptian government will not let them.
No.
Is why.
It's true.
They will not let them.
Go screw Area 50,
they've gone in there.
We need to go, we need to go check
I mean,
out
the Egyptian government, the Egyptian, what is the Archaeological Society? They've gone in, right? But they're not letting foreigners in there. So we just got to trust them. Trust me, bro.
Right.
That's their sourcing. Trust me, bro.
Right.
Then they found these chambers, Nancy chambers, in 2017. And they're like, well, what is this? We want to go in and see. They said, no. We're not doing all that. So now they got to use the muon scans.
We're going to be keeping track of the muon scans here. We're going to see what they come up with the muon scans. All right, diabetes successfully treated using ultrasound in preclinical study.
Yeah, so this is actually kind of exciting. You know, they have done some research. They could possibly treat type 2 diabetes without using drugs. Okay, and they have assessed this across 3 different animal models, and they've demonstrated
we don't need magnetic turds for this one.
Not for the diabetes, no.
Okay.
But you know, if you swallow batteries, or you know, maybe for
toy cars.
I'm gonna not even go there. Yeah, they could use it for that. Totally, right? We're not even gonna do that.
Buddy.
What just happened? So, okay. So, no, for this, they have demonstrated that they can use short bursts of ultrasound that they can target at specific clusters of nerves in the liver that can effectively lower insulin and glucose levels without using any kind of drug. Okay, and now this is peer-reviewed research from the Nature Biomedical Engineering Journal, and this was a team led by GE Research and the Yale School of Medicine, UCLA, Feinstein Institute for Medical Research. So, right, smart guys figured it out. Very non-invasive, but they could stimulate specific sensory nerves in the liver and get it to control for insulin and glucose without taking any kind of drug. This could be huge.
That's good
for the you know, obese population of this country. It'd be very important, right?
That's good news.
Yeah,
it's great news. All right, so
technology.
Yes, Redfish, you did.
Warp drives, people. Warp drives. It's coming. It's coming. It's here. It's coming. Someday.
Well, to be fair, NASA said it. So...
Right.
Maybe. We don't know. Right? We don't know.
NASA said it, so...
Right.
Don't hold your breath.
So... In 1994, Miguel Alcubierre, right, a theoretical physicist, he developed what they call the Alcubierre drive, right? Basically, a bubble within space-time that would twist distances to make it possible for anything to travel long distances within the bubble, okay? It makes theoretical sense, but it wasn't practically workable, right? So this other guy, Joseph Agnew, an undergrad from the University of Alabama, of all places, wanted to test the theory. And he says, mathematically, if you fulfill all the energy requirements, you can't prove that it doesn't work. Okay, so he says, like, suppose you have a craft that's in the bubble. All right, what you would do is you'd compress space-time ahead of the craft and expand space-time behind the craft, and it would shoot it forward. Right? Okay, and so now they try to clarify this within the framework of Einstein's theory of relativity, right? Because when an object travels, you know, the faster they go, the heavier an object gets, right? So, and the heavier you get, the harder it is to accelerate. So, according to Einstein, like, theoretically, it wouldn't be possible to get to the speed of light. Okay, but they're saying that warp drive, they may have a solution for this. Right. Now, obviously, we see this in science fiction all the time, right? Nothing could theoretically travel faster than light because it would take an infinite amount of energy to accelerate any object up to the speed of light because of its mass. Mass will just continue to increase. So now we've got a guy from NASA that is saying, this Dr. Harold Sonny White, he's a NASA mechanical engineer. He's still working on solving the mass energy that would be required to make this work. And he believes that there is a way to bend physics enough to bring down the mass energy requirement that would be, you know, that Alcubierre mentions, and that there may be a slight possibility to change the shape of the ring of the negative mass to enable a mass requirement that's achievable. So they may be able to do it. He thinks there's a way to do it. NASA has talked this up a little bit. He's currently leading a team of physicists and engineers in NASA to build what he is calling the White-Jude warp field interferometer. Okay, it's a beam splitting interferometer which could detect and generate the tiniest warp bubble. Okay, now we're talking little tiny, but I mean you got to start small, man.
Right,
it's not going to get us to the Pleiades right now, but maybe if they can get it on a small scale, maybe they can figure out how to enlarge it without having to worry about the previous concerns.
Exciting stuff, man.
And just as a note, according to Star Trek, warp drive was invented in 2063, so maybe we're gonna get there. Hey, Cloaked, good to see you. Energy travels faster than the speed of light, and there's no limit to how fast it moves. Yes, but we're talking about something with mass, right? Like a physical object is what they're talking about. I mean, yeah, we could theoretically, if it was just perfectly an energetic body.
When are they supposed to be done with their little small scale experiments?
It doesn't say. I do not know. Hopefully, sometime in the next million years, maybe they'll tell us. Maybe they won't.
Of all the things I've done in my life, I wish I would have stuck with physics. Like I started with that, and then I went left squirrel, like 15 different things, but I wish I had just stuck with physics. You know what I mean? Like, it's always been something I'm totally into. I've just forgotten a lot of what I learned, and I never got to go as far with my education as I would have liked. And now I just don't have the time. I have the interest, but I don't have the time to possibly catch up on all that would be required in order for me to,
Well, maybe on the next go round, man.
Maybe on the next incarnation, I'll,
Right.
I love physics, all of it. Really. I'm a science geek. Well, so are you. Face it. That's what we are. We're science geeks. Big time. Yep. Space and science. But so are a lot of the people out in this chat, right? Thank you, Amazon, for the gold pills. Good thing turds can't move at the speed of light. Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be a horrible state of affairs, man.
Thank you, Cloaked. Good to see you.
Horrible state of affairs.
Thank you for the cookie. All right, so where are we? Because we got a lot of UFO and disclosure related art stuff to go into. So what are we?
We did that. Did you do the tech?
Yeah.
Did we already
sure
do that?
did. Okay. Yeah, you missed that. You were.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I missed it. Ain't that something?
It this time. That's right.
Let me see. I'll try and get through this fairly quickly. So last year, at the U.S. National Security Commission on Artificial Intelligence had concluded to Congress that AI is world altering, right? Big surprise. What they are saying is that AI is also literally mind altering, right? As AI powered machines are now becoming a mind. We do this, but I mean, for them to say it is something, right? So
I want to go live in that wavy grass.
They're saying that.
Sorry.
There you go. There might not be any AI there.
There's no AI out there. I can just sit with the grass. It can get me a little buddy like 2 socks, build a tent, and I don't have to know about any of it. And everything else can just do this, and I'm just fine in my wavy grass with my tent and my little buddy. And then, but you guys want to have Space Force news. We won't get to narrate you all the way through the apocalypse.
Right.
So,
well, I mean, maybe we could call in once in a while from the grass. Right. With Chico. That'd be something.
Oh, we could bring Chico out there. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Chico would love that grass. Chico would love that grass. Hey, you're the one with all the UFO stuff, man. I'll sit here and BS all day.
Yeah.
All right. So what they're saying is that AI is becoming a mind, right? There's and considering what we already know about how algorithms help to create a digital groupthink, that this is a very disturbing thing. Okay, and of course they cite some well-known conspiracy theories in here, but the point is research has now shown that your intellect literally weakens as your brain grows dependent on smartphone technology or any information technology, right?
Right. I've been saying this.
Our content, when content is flowing to us without us having to work to learn or discover things on our own, it is literally weakening our intellect and rewiring our brain and training us to just automatically default. Like how many times do you try to remember a fact and you just Google it, and then you assume whatever you see on Google must be true, right? Even I do this.
Right.
This is a bad thing, right?
Remember when we used to have to write reports at the library? We had to work for it.
Yeah, you had to learn stuff and whatever, remember things. Like now, you know,
you had to figure out how to use the library just to write your report.
I remember most things, and I still will have to occasionally look up my own phone number because I don't know. I don't call myself. I don't know, right? I have to depend on my phone to know what my phone number is because I don't know, right? So basically, they're saying that this is a terrifying thing, and it could go really bad. You know, especially
if Chico would eat all the grass. You know, you guys are ruining my fantasy. Okay.
All right, go to the next thing. Go to the next thing. You know, the FBI apparently has foiled a cyber attack by Russian hackers. You know, the FBI is a mess, right? We saw some awesome things this week, right, with respect to the Gretchen Whitmer case. That was pretty cool. Glad we have some confirmation officially on that now. But we're supposed to be lauding the FBI today because apparently the FBI has taken control of thousands of routers and firewall appliances away from Russian military hackers. They built this giant botnet, and they were just waiting to stick it on something, and we got it. We got them. We defeated the Russians, guys. It's going to be okay. All right, so an unsealed, redacted affidavit described the unusual operation as a preemptive move to stop Russian hackers from mobilizing the compromised devices into a botnet that they could, you know, make all kinds of ruckus with. So, you know, good guy, Attorney General Merrick Garland, he's a great guy. He says, fortunately, we were able to disrupt this botnet before it could be used. And so we have, you know, waylaid Russian ambitions at an attack, right? Apparently, this botnet was controlled through malware called Cyclops Blink, which is kind of an awesome name for some malware, Cyclops Blink. You know, they started planting this stuff in late February, right after the attack in Ukraine happened. So, I don't know. They got it now.
Cyclops Link was designed to hijack devices made by WatchGuard Technologies. Provides Russian services and access to those compromised systems, offering the ability to remotely exfiltrate or delete data or turn the devices against a third party. Interesting. All right, so where are we now? We're moving on to...
Disclosure.
Yeah, buddy. All right, so yeah, this happened. Let's see. What is this? What date is this? Oh, April 5th. Pentagon released 1,500 pages of secret documents about shadowy UFO program after a 4-year battle. So the Sun Online first requested a copy of all files, reports, or video files related to the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program. Those foils were just those foils.
Right.
Those files were recently released to the Sun. It's been hard actually locating any of these files. Foil and I went looking because we knew we wanted to do this document dive. This dig into these documents, and yet we were only able to locate 50 pages?
40 pages. There was only one part of the story that had been released, and Black Vault had it, and so I grabbed it. It's just covering the acute effects on human tissue that have been experienced, but there was a lot with this. Like, I mean, they're talking about alien pregnancies, and they're talking about sexual encounters, and they were talking about all kinds of stuff in these 1,500 pages. And as soon as we get the 1,500 pages, I'm sure somebody is going to go all in on that, man.
Right.
Ain't gonna be me.
We just have these commentators giving you their 2 cents on it. That's why we went searching for the actual documents. instead of having everybody
Nick
else.
Pope studies these things, joins us from Tucson,
didn't want anybody to have it.
Arizona.
Nope. They made it real hard to try to find
Nick,
it.
have we ever gotten to the point where there is hard evidence that there is something visiting our planet from another planet?
No, we're not quite there yet. But what we have seen over the last 3 or 4 years is this subject coming out of the
Why do we get the same talking heads commenting on this stuff, but they don't want to actually release? Thank God for the Black Vault, man. You know how many times that we've gone to find stuff and you couldn't find it except for him archiving all that stuff. All right, so let's hear what Nick has to say.
Well, this is talking about the lights,
We've seen multiple videos.
No, that's just a ticker at the bottom. This
U.S. Navy videos of jets chasing these things, tracked on radar. We've had some of the pilots and the intelligence people talking about them. And now we learn that this is an ongoing situation, and it's not just UFOs. Frankly, they've been looking at other things which sound like they come straight out of an X-Files script.
It's when you hear pilots describe what some of these things can do, the Tic Tacs and the like. Confirmed UFO sighting, Southern California coast, 2004, 2019 by 3 or 4 different ships. Eastern seaboard near the United States, 2014, 2015. I have no idea what that map is, but we do have a graphic of where are they and what are they. Confirmed UFO sightings.
I love graphics.
There we go.
Thank God.
Off the coast of Virginia, 2014 by the FA-18s and the like. What is the chance that these are nothing more than the next evolution of stealth fighters or the next evolution of things that are being tested at Area 51? And of course, the government's going to say we have no idea what they are because they don't want our enemies to know about it?
That's certainly possible. I mean, one theory is that this is next generation aerospace tech, secret prototype aircraft.
I guess we'll be talking about the lights chasing the ship at sea first. That's weird. It was totally not in that article.
Okay. Some people say it might be U.S. tech, secretly tested on one part of the military by another to see how we react. And of course, there's another theory that this is adversary technology from Russia or China, for example. But, you know, the extraterrestrial hypothesis is out there too. And all of this is why Congress is now taking very close note of this. The Senate Intelligence Committee in particular, but the Armed Services Committees in both the Senate and the House are looking at this. There were multiple UFO provisions in the latest defense bill. So people are taking this seriously.
You worked on this for the government of the United Kingdom.
So I don't know how we got Nick Pope out of that. I'm confused what happened there, but Pentagon released over 1,500 pages of previously classified documents related to its unidentified flying objects UFO program this week. Hold on. I'm trying to find the article. I grabbed so many articles now I'm lost at which ones have the... Hold on. Prepare for DIA warns that such objects may be a threat to United States interests. Humans have been found to have been injured from exposures to anomalous vehicles, especially airborne and when in close proximity, it reads. The report noted that often these injuries are related to electromagnetic radiation and links them to energy-related propulsion systems. It lists injuries such as heating and burn injuries from radiation, damage to the brain, and able to impact people's nerves. Sufficient accidents have been accurately reported, and medical data acquired as to support a hypothesis that some advanced systems are already deployed and opaque to full U.S. understandings. The report reads, it goes on, the medical analysis, while not required, the invention of an alternative biophysics do indicate to use unconventional and advanced energy systems. The report said it had 42 cases from medical files, 300 similar unpublished cases where humans had been injured after anomalous encounters. The study argued it was possible to use this medical information to reverse engineer UFOs from unknown provenance that may be a threat to United States interests. The report also featured a useful database which listed the biological effects of UFO sightings on humans and their frequency. Compiled U.S.-based civilian research agency MUFON. It even included bizarre occurrences such as apparent abduction, unaccounted for pregnancy, sexual encounters, experience of telepathy, and perceived teleportation. Another fascinating document included in the files sets out how to categorize anomalous behavior with encounters with ghosts, yetis, spirits, elves, and other mythical/legendary entities classed as AN3, and witness interaction with AN3 entities, such as near-death experiences and religious miracles classed as AN4. There are also ratings for UFO sightings, flyby ratings, and close encounter ratings, including CE4, in which an encounter with an alien results in permanent psychological injuries or death. Poltergeist, crop circles, spontaneous human combustion, alien abductions, and other paranormal events are also categorized. And in a statement bound to excite UFO hunters around the world, the report says, classified information exists that is highly pertinent to the subject of the study and only a small part of the classified literature that has been released. So yes, guys, there's a lot here. There's about 6 or 7 articles that have come out about this, and this is something we just kind of wanted to briefly let you know that it had come out, but we will be digging into this much more heavily tomorrow night. So come hang out for the live dig. It will be on all the same platforms, Twitch, DLive, Pilled.net, Foxhole, Rockfin, YouTube, and that'll be at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, right? Is it Standard Eastern Time or is it Eastern Standard Time?
No, Eastern Standard.
Eastern
Yes,
Standard.
frightening me. She did.
What did I do? What did I do now?
Say sexual
encounters. Yeah.
Mhm.
So pregnancies, all that.
Thank you, Cloaked, for the cookie. I do use Scribed. I look for everything on Scribed. I use it all the time. And he says he will play the best Merkaba ever recorded at 9:53 p.m. past tonight. Tune in 5 minutes.
All right, so let's see. Let's move on, guys, to UFOs because we are running out of time here. We will quickly cover some UFOs, and then we will see you guys tomorrow night with Severe for our document dig into these documents that were released. And on that note, my favorite bumper.
Unidentified flying objects.
Thank you, Dim Turn Red, for the cookie. So yes, there was some UFO high strangeness spotted at the launch that we just had to play earlier. I had to play because I wanted to play a rocket launch. I don't know why. I hope you enjoy it, though. So now let's check out the strangeness that happened that day. I think Mountain Dream sure got my attention over on Telegram about this at first, and then when I started hunting. So shout out to Scott at UFO Sightings Daily. If you are not subscribed to his channel, you definitely should be. Thank you, Dim Turn Red, for the cookie. His videos are awesome, and he caught the weirdness on tape. Or played a video about it. Somebody sent it to him. One or the other. So, like, you see that? Look, let's get us off the screen. Look. Watch, check this out.
Alright, what am I looking at?
Well, over here on the right, you're going to see a white tic-tac looking thing. Right there.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
Thank you,
some
Douglas
other
Mai,
stuff
for
there.
the
What was
shade.
that? Look at that. What was that?
Right, that
What's
one.
that?
Look at that. Zooming.
Like, what's going on here? Yeah, what's that?
Oh, he just disappeared. Interesting. Fascinating.
Thank you, Doug's Me, for the shades. Yeah, so we got UFOs flying around the rocket launch, guys. Kind of strange.
Yeah, buddy.
I forgot to cover the balls of light around the warship. We heard Nick Pope talk about it for like 4 minutes, so.
Right. Oh, look at that. What is going on there?
I don't know, man. That looks like a spaceship there. That looks like a shuttle. That looks like Joe Dirt's space plane. Mystery solved. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that looks like Joe Dirt's space plane. Maybe that's what it's doing. You know, phasing out. It doesn't need tiles, foil, because it phases in and out. Mystery solved.
I don't know, it was going the other way though. Like it looks like it was going in reverse.
Yeah, well, definitely weird. Definitely weird. So then we got this thing that happened, and the article that came out about it,
we
guys,
all have questions about aliens.
Absolutely
Are they real?
absurd.
What do they look like?
Okay, so absolutely absurd. So let me read you some of this article real quick. This is wild. I'll let you decide for yourself. Well, maybe we should play the video first. Let's play the video first, and then we'll read the article. So shout out to Scott at UFO Sightings Daily. Check this out.
Now, these are some actual photos from Alaska. This was taken over a mountain called Lazy Mountain
right?
That's a
in
ship,
Alaska.
Man.
That's USA, okay? That's in
That's
America.
a contrail, Alara.
That is a ship.
This object was seen falling from the sky, and they believed to be a burning airplane or a burning spacecraft.
What is
and
this
there was
here?
even speculation that it could be a UFO. Well, at the end, after looking at all these photos
Wait
and
till I
all
tell you
these
the
reports,
BS article they put out about it.
there was final speculation by the police department in Alaska that the object in question
It's a ship.
was actually nothing
ship, man.
but a
Stop bullshit.
jet passing over, and this contrail went down
Right.
and was blown downward.
It's a contrail,
and made
guys.
an illusion
Clearly.
that it was
It's
something
a mixture
more.
of sunlight and a contrail.
However,
right.
I want to prove them wrong. Okay, guys. Now you could see that these are actual photos of the object. And look at this. It's very close to the ground. It's just about to hit. It's just about to hit. So let's
buddy.
look at this one right here.
UFO crash, man.
Now, if you didn't notice, if this was just a contrail, there would not be a huge diamond object right here causing all of this trail behind it. Now, in a second, I'm going to show you in negative format. Now, this is negative format, okay? Now, that is absolutely undeniable. Look at the difference there. It is just absolutely amazing. Now, if I add brightening to it, you could even see it better. Can you see the UFO now?
There's an object.
Come on, man.
Okay,
Come on,
the
man.
UFO is right over here.
Let's be
This
real.
object is creating a lot of smoke and
Yes, the
debris
light
coming
from
off
Venus
behind
reflecting
it,
off the
whatever it
moon,
is.
Brad.
And it does look like
Obviously.
some kind of UFO. No spacecraft would ever create such a massive amount of
Yes,
trail
frightening me.
behind
That is the
it.
ghost
Even if
of
it was
Key.
on fire, most spacecraft would
In
burn up
Alaska,
in the atmosphere
obviously.
first. But look at this. When the
Okay,
police
so you guys see the
department went
point
down,
here. You can go to Scott's channel if you want to watch more of this video and what he has about it. Clearly it's a ship. Something's going on here, you know. But here's what they're saying about it. They're saying that when this gentleman walked out of his house in Palmer to start his car Thursday morning, he saw something unusual in the sky. He looked up. Hold on. He looked up and saw this strange, I would just call it a smoke column. It was dark, gray streak across the sky that was going straight vertical, he said. Alvin pulled out his phone, zoomed in, and snapped a few photos of what he saw. He first thought it was a plane, but what surprised him was the direction the streak or plane seemed to be headed. It looked like it was going straight down, he said. Law enforcement and a meteorologist with the National Weather Service say that what Alvin saw was likely a condensation trail from an airplane that was illuminated by the rising sun.
Seems legit, man. It's totally a condensation trail. I'm sold.
They just think we'll believe anything. You know
well,
what I mean?
To be fair,
like, I can't wait for the day that we're like, okay, it's a ship, because they don't want to admit that we have ships that crash. Like, and we, you know. So this is why they don't want to admit it's a ship crashing, right? Or maybe a ship we shot down. Either way, you know, they don't want to admit it's a ship, right? So we've gone so far as to admit there's things flying around, and we don't know what they are, you know, but
this is not one of them.
But this is not
Don't
one
panic.
of those things that we don't know what it is crashing into the ground.
Right. No.
Yeah. It's just a contrail, guys. You know,
right.
With sunbeams gleaming off of it. Nothing to see here.
Majestic, right?
Yeah, so anyway, this BS article. Unbelievable. Yeah, but pretty cool, right? Like, it's a straight ship crash with this smoke. I wonder what causes all that. Like is that
I
like
was wondering
re-entry?
that. I don't know. I don't know.
If it lost control, I mean, I would think re-entry. Anybody who has a better idea, feel free to correct me.
I mean, you would think they're not. I mean, if it is a ship that's not carrying fuel like we know it, I don't know I don't know.
Right, it's not. So, what would cause that? I mean, any object going through re-entry, correct? You don't necessarily need fuel, not in that respect, for there to be some sort of...
Well, you gotta think they've got some pretty sophisticated materials that probably wouldn't superheat or anything if they're just passing through the atmosphere all the time anyway. I have no idea.
Maybe it's one of our ships. Maybe it's not the aliens. Maybe it's ours. You know, maybe this is why they came up with the contrail story. Maybe it was an experimental ship that we were testing or something. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, it's a possibility.
We don't know, right?
We don't know, but we know it's not a contrail with the sun gleaming
know.
off of it. We do know that.
Right.
Man, this planet's crazy. They're always lying to us, people. They're always lying to us.
says, did they find a craft on the ground? They wouldn't tell us if they did.
Oh, they're not going to tell us that. Right? Has anybody gone to explore the area? Has anybody figured out where it must have crashed and gone to see? And it's in Alaska, right? Gone to see if there's any wreckage there, if there's any military presence in that area?
I don't know. Michael Scott said he had posted pictures of a portal in Alaska recently. I didn't see those.
Man, what else? Okay, so let's see here. We got some UFOs. Let's check these out. Coming from the Reddit Recon. 3 dots again outside my house in LA. This is the 3rd time they've shown up outside my house. Lots of weird UFO sightings in LA, man. I must say. I've had most of my experiences in or near Los Angeles. Right around LA. They be doing all the weird stuff out there. Yeah, buddy. That there's some UFOs. More than one. Alright, let's see what else we got. What else do we got here? I witnessed several orbs and recorded one at ground level splitting into multiple orbs. Oh, I thought this was cool. Has anyone seen anything like this before? It's rare that you get to see them splitting off at close range like this, so I thought this footage was interesting. Let's check this out. It looks like they're about to land on the ground, too. Look at how close they are to the ground. Huh. I always wondered how they do that and what causes that, and I'm fascinated by that, but of course no one's going to give me answers on. It's got to be some sort of optical illusion on our end. You know, when the ships split off, they do this at ESETI all the time too. That they'll split off and they'll power up and they'll do different stuff, and I don't know. I would just love to see what's causing that and know, wouldn't you guys? Yes, LA is home to the alien surfer chick and hangtail alien. Yes, indeed. Severe was on Zoso Dude's show for an interview tonight. Oh, that's cool. Right on.
Ooh, right.
Is Zoso Dude on right now, or was this earlier? I'm talking about the Foxhole, for those that are on other platforms. All right, and this was in Dominican Republic. It made the news there. Let's check this out.
Vieron un objeto volador. Las personas están consternadas. Aparentemente vieron un objeto volador no identificado. Javier Genao nos amplía la información. Te escuchamos, Javier. Buenas noches.
Gracias, Elianta. Buenas noches. Asombro y preocupación ha traído el avistamiento de objetos no identificados en los cielos de esta parte de la frontera de la República Dominicana.
Objetos no identificados porque nunca se hubiera visto. Cosa muy alto, parte alta, arriba, para así globo, porque el globo solamente se zafa, se despega.
Luego que ustedes duraron este tiempo mirando este fenómeno, ¿qué pasó?
Se desaparecían objetamente.
Eso nunca se había visto. Eso, si hubiera sido un ejemplo, vamos a decir pájaro o algo, o vejiga o quichigua, se ve más o menos que se mueve de un sitio para otro, pero estaba de ahí y ahí se desapareció.
Genao, ¿y durante cuánto tiempo estuvieron avistando estos supuestos objetos voladores?
Elianta, lo que ha traído más a...
This planet's weird, guys. There's a lot of weird stuff here. It's a super weird planet. Lots going on. Okay, I don't think that was a part of it. We went over that. We showed that one. And, you know, I wanted to show you guys the lightning. I don't know where it went, though. What did I do with it? I don't know if we should play him, though. I think we might get yeeted for that. And I don't even see the lightning thing that I had.
Right.
Oh, here it is right here.
Be it
so
shame to get
go to. I don't think we can
right
play
at the
suspicious observers here. I think we'll get yeeted for it. But he posted this,
That is
and
a
he
wild
did it.
strike.
He did a quick video on his channel talking about this. I want to bring this up real quick before we close the show, guys. So look at this. Look at this lightning. And so he did for those of you that don't watch Suspicious Observers, he did a quick video on his channel, if you go to Suspicious Observers, where he talks about this and how the poles are shifting. And that this is typical stuff that you're going to see more and more of as the poles continue their shift. You know, and that he was talking about how the lightning and the sun, all of it's interconnected, and how things are getting crazy on planet Earth. They're going to continue to get crazier as this stuff begins to unfold more and more. And I just wanted to say, go and check out that video, because I don't think I can play it over here. I think that'll be an issue. But go and watch his quick video where he talks about that. And I just wanted to show you guys this lightning strike. I thought it was pretty crazy. It's going to get crazier, man. Backwards lightning going straight up, right? Pretty wild stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty wild stuff. Yeah, buddy. All right, so where were we? So, yeah, definitely come and join us tomorrow night, guys. If you are all about the UFOs, come and join us tomorrow night for the document dive into the documents about the weird ATIP
acute
UFO
field
reports.
effects, right?
Acute
On
field
human
effects
tissue.
on-
It's gonna be something, man.
It's gonna be fun, and our
We
buddy
don't know
Severe is
what,
gonna
but
join
something.
us. Severe's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, I've been wanting to hang out and do something with him for a long time. We finally made it happen, so this is gonna be lots of fun. Come and hang out with us, guys. Give us your input. Join our dig. I love doing live digs. Those are my favorite. All right, so what else other than that? That's it. Let's see. As far as shows this week, I think that's about it. I will get Tree Wade's information. I will go and post Tree Wade's contact information on Telegram at Alara of Sirius channel over on Telegram. I will post her stuff so you guys can get a hold of her if you want some of her custom greeting cards. And I will post Yuvonda's information over there as well. So if you guys want to get a hold of her for any Organite products, she does some great stuff. She has a store over on Etsy. Isn't that how you pronounce it? Etsy?
Etsy?
Etsy? I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know. I don't shop. I don't, this is what I do. I do Space Force news. I look for UFOs, and I work. That's what I do. So
there you go.
And I'm
her
going to have to
links
find
are
Chico.
Actually, yeah, right, and Chico. Yuvonda's links are actually in the description below on YouTube. If you guys are interested, go over and check her out. For sure.
Definitely. So what else? What do you got coming up this week, Foil?
Well, I am doing Conspiracy Theory Trivia Friday with Tyler. So come hang out, 8 p.m. Eastern. I think that's going to be we're going to probably be another couple of weeks after that because he's got the conference. The conference coming up. Hope you guys have fun out there in Grafton. And that's it.
Yeah, man, I think that about covers it, guys. Again, shout out to LauraQanon. Thank you so much for the new look for Space Force News. It looks so much better. We love it. It's got a fresh new look now. And that's really nice. Thank you so much for what you did and for the stuff
it's
that
great.
you made. Yeah, I hope you guys like it. Let's see. On that, I think that's about it. Thanks for hanging out with us, Space Patriots. We always love hanging out with you on Sunday nights. Big thank you to the mods that work so hard over on the Foxhole, YouTube, all the platforms. Really appreciate you guys. Love you very much. Love all the people that support this channel and just hang out with us on Sundays, man. Love
For
our Sunday
sure.
nights.
Guys, you know what to do. Like, share this link. Got to get this information out, especially about the magnetic turd, man. People need to know. So share this link. Hit that thumb. Guys, if you want to donate directly to Space Force News, you can do so. The Cash App and the Venmo are in the description below. I haven't said this in a while, but please, if you have a few minutes, go make a free account on Rockfin.
I got the scratching.
I have a channel. The scratching. I have a channel over there. Alara, 1 Foot in 5D is also over there on the Rockfin. Guys, we got to support the free speech platforms. Go over there and make the free account. Subscribe to our channels. It'll be great. It's gonna be great. Okay.
So I just noticed Severe is over on Zoso Dude doing the interview. They're live right now. So go and say hi over on Zoso Dude's channel on the Foxhole. Say hello to Severe and Zoso. Tell them Space Force News sent you, please, and thank you. And I will release your scratching right now, friends, so you can get your presents. Boom.
And
it
guys,
is released.
We will be back here next Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, right, for another awesome episode of Space Force News Live. May your cockles be warmed, right? And until then, keep your eyes on the skies and stay loyal.
We are your news in this dimension and the next. Good night, Space Patriots. Much love. We'll see you next Sunday.